Now let's see the negative skin friction. Earlier we have seen the skin friction. So what is skin friction? If this is our pile and when we apply some load on this pile, so this pile try to go in the downward directions. That is, the settlement of the pile will be in the downward direction, and because of this movement, the friction between the pile and the soil, it will be mobilized in the upward direction, because this friction is opposing the movement of the pile. Now there can be another case. So this first case we simply call as the skin friction, that is mobilized on the surface of the pile. Now there can be another case. Let's say this is our pile and a part of the soil in which the pile is there, it is settling more than the pile. So still we have applied some loading here, and in this zone the soil is settling more than the pile, and in this zone it is usual, the pile is settling more than the soil. So what happens in this case? When the soil is settling more than the pile, so when the soil is try to settle in this direction, it applies some frictional drag on the pile which is there in the downward direction, whereas in this zone where the pile is settling more, the frictional drag is applied in the upward direction. So due to the settlement of the soil, when this frictional drag is applied in the downward direction, this frictional drag is known as negative skin friction. And why we are interested in knowing that? So here you can see that it is adding to the load on the pile. So actual load, if we are applying P from here, so that is in the downward direction, and now this frictional drag is also in the downward direction. So the actual load capacity, let's say in this case if it had been P dash, so this P dash is more than P, because here some part of the load capacity is gone due to the negative skin friction. So the effect of negative skin friction is to reduce pile load capacity. Now what are the reasons due to which this soil is settling more than the pile? So there can be a few reasons. That is, first one can be if it is a very compressible layer. So if this part of the soil is a very compressible layer and we apply a little bit of loading on this soil, so it will settle more than the pile, and this negative skin friction will develop. Second reason can be if it is a recently filled soil. Recently filled soil. So if you have just recently filled soil in this layer, so because of that over time the consolidation of the soil will take place, and because of that negative skin friction will develop. And the third reason can be if the effective stress increases. So we know that the consolidation is a function of effective stress. So if somehow effective stress increases, then this settlement will be more. Now why this effective stress increases? The reason is water table goes down, and we know this relation, that is effective stress is equal to total stress minus pore water pressure. So if water table goes down, then this pore water pressure decreases, and hence the effective stress increases, and which will lead to the settlement of this layer. So these are the reasons due to which the negative skin friction will take place, and the effect of negative skin friction is to reduce the pile load capacity. So how do we calculate this negative skin friction? So it is similar to skin friction, but it's just working in the downward direction. There is one more point. So if a relative movement between the pile and the soil, a relative movement of 10 mm takes place, so this much movement is enough to mobilize the negative skin friction. So let's see how we calculate. So first let's see the negative skin friction for single piles. and later we'll see for pile groups. So in single pile the soil can be cohesive or cohesionless. So if it is a cohesive soil, so the formula would be same or what we use for skin friction. So that is equal to P into LC into alpha into Cu. So what are these terms here? They are also usual. If this depth here is LC, so LC is the depth of the consolidating or the compressing layer. Cu is the undrained cohesion in this part, alpha is the adhesion factor, and P is the perimeter of the group. So if it is a circular pile, so P is equal to pi into D. So this is the formula for negative skin friction in cohesive soil and similarly in cohesionless soil. In cohesionless soil it is given as half P LC square gamma K tan delta. So here how have we reached this formula? So it is simply the lateral earth pressure that we know. So if the pressure here is 0, so here it will be K into sigma into tan delta, and what will be the value of this sigma here? So it is equal to K into gamma LC tan delta. And how do we find the total force? So we find it by taking the area of this zone. So that is equal to half into K gamma LC tan delta into this depth is LC. So that is the area of this triangle. So it gives for this unit length and multiplied by the perimeter will give us the whole skin friction. So that is this equation. So this is how we calculate for single pile. Now let's see for pile group. So for pile group, the negative skin friction is given by two criteria, that is Fng is equal to N into Fn, that is the negative skin friction on the single pile multiplied by the number of piles, or it is given as Cu Lc Pg plus gamma Lc Ag. So the value with these two criteria 1 and 2, the maximum of these two value gives us the negative skin friction in case of pile group. So first term we have seen earlier just now. Let's see the second term. So let's say this is our pile group, and from the plan it is like this. So this first term is made up of two parts. This first part indicates the, if we consider this whole part or this whole pile group as a block, so this first part indicates the frictional force on the block, that is this block. So in the first part what we are doing, if this depth of consolidating layer is LC, then this first term it is giving us LC into PG gives us the whole surface area. This depth is LC and PG would be the sum of these four sides. So LC into PG gives us the whole surface area, and multiplied by the undrained cohesion on this surface will give us the frictional force on this block from outside. Now what is the second term? It is the weight of the soil which is there inside the block. So second term is weight of soil inside the block. So why we have considered this weight? Because this soil which is there inside the block, it is also the same soil which is compressing here. Now this weight of the soil, it is transferred to the pile due to friction. So this weight is acting in the downward direction, that is because it is consolidating, and this friction, negative skin friction, it is acting in the downward direction. So this weight is also contributing to the negative skin friction. So that's why we have considered this second term, that is the weight of the soil inside the block. So the value we find using these two criteria, and the maximum of these two criteria gives us the negative skin friction for pile group. And now if we want to calculate the factor of safety on pile, if it is being acted with some negative friction, then factor of safety is given as ultimate pile load capacity QU for a single pile. So if it is a single pile or a pile group, so we find out the ultimate pile load capacity divided by the working load plus negative skin friction. So if this negative skin friction had not been there, then this term would be QU divided by the working load. But this negative skin friction also acts in the direction of working load. So now here we are adding it in this term, and that way we can find out the factor of safety.